The Wine Guy is presented on 92.1 WGHN by DSC Products, a manufacturer of cleaning products since 1983. DSC Products, locally owned and family operated. Visit dscprod.com for all their cleaning solutions. DSC Products, clean freaks, and proud of it. Here now are the hosts of The Wine Guy on 92.1 WGHN, our in-house sommelier, Jeff Kretszhmar, and Jesse Bruce.
Hello and welcome back to The Wine Guy here on 92.1 WGHN. The Wine Guy is brought to you each week by our good friends at DSC Products. And if you were watching last week and listening last week, you'll know that we have taken a new step on the show here. We are doing it each week from Rediscover Podcast Studios right across the street from us at WGHN. It's the same show, but it's just got this cool new aesthetic of us being up here in the studio. You get to see me and my good friend, Mr. Jeff Kretszhmar over there. And we did the first episode last week. We had a lot of fun with it. We got a lot of good feedback. It looked great. I cannot say enough nice things about what producer Paul did. By the way, I kept calling him producer Joe last week. I'm sorry. I had been drinking quite a bit. His name is producer Paul, but he's back there on the wheels of steel making us sound good. And we're back for another show. Jeff, first of all, what was your thought about last week's show? I thought it was really cool.
I really enjoyed it. I watched it over and over twice. I even had a couple of people give feedback at the store.
Oh.
And they really enjoyed it, and they thought it was really good. They thought that the whole presence of being able to see us actually do it was really good.
Yeah.
They enjoyed that.
And also, it kind of dispelled the rumor that I think some people thought, oh, it's just a show. No, we really are drinking. Yeah. we really do put them away, which makes you think to yourself, well, if you have a job where you can go get soused at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon and still get paid for it, that's a pretty good gig.
Well, that's the reason I got into this job is that way I can do that. I don't have to pay for it.
There you go. There you go.
So.
And one more thing, too, for folks at home who've never heard our show before, what makes our show different is there are a lot of, you can go online, because I Googled last week when all this happened, and I'm like, there are people, and they get online, and they drink beverages and things like that, and that's cool, but that's all they do. They don't talk about the pairings. Our show is different because, as Mr. Kretszhmar, what he brings to us is we pair it with various foodstuffs, and the flavor you get from the wine and the food together, that's what makes our show so special.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw one thing out there, because there's one thing I did notice, and that is the name.
Yeah.
It's not Kretszhmar.
Kretszhmar.
It's Kretszhmar.
Kretszhmar.
M-A-R, right. So just like the Kretszhmar ham.
Kretszhmar ham. Oh, yes, because you're related to the guy.
That's correct. Great-grandfather went ahead and started that.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. Yes. So
Kretszhmar.
Yeah. People, I've been through that all my whole life with Kretszhmar, not related to the Meyer at all.
Yeah.
So
because if you were, it would be a different show. All righty. Well, that being said, let's land the plane. What are we doing this week?
Well, we are right on the heels of Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, as I talked to producer Joe off the air here before we started, this is the number one time of the year that people drink wine with their food. More wine is sold prior to Thanksgiving, for Thanksgiving dinner, than any other time of the year. So we now get to go ahead and have a great turkey. Let me tell you how hard it was to get a turkey dinner.
Okay.
It was very hard. I call all over the place, even D&W. We have a turkey dinner, but it's only going to be for Thanksgiving time. We're taping this, a week in advance.
Yeah.
And it was hard to get, so I had to go to Russ.
Yeah.
So Russ has their turkey dinner special going. So I was able to get a nice turkey dinner. So Jesse, I can enjoy Thanksgiving with you and producer Joe.
And producer Joe. That's right. Producer Paul.
I'm sorry. Producer Paul. Now we got Joe. That's right. Producer Paul. I got Joe stuck in my head on that one.
I know. I have this thing where I get confused sometimes on names with people, and I feel so bad about it because, when you're in broadcasting, you should kind of know what you're doing. But that's why I wrote it down here. So it's producer Paul. And he's a very nice guy, and he made us look like $1 million.
That's all right. He'll call me Kretszhmar, so he'll get me back on that one. So.
Okay. All righty. Well, hit it.
With that, I went ahead and pick out some that are very, I want to say traditional wines that people gather for the holiday. I'll go ahead and run a few that are different that you can definitely throw in if you don't like the choices that I have selected. but these are more traditional. And the first one is going to be a Riesling from Germany.
Okay.
So now this is a true Riesling. This is not that sweet Riesling, because everybody knows Riesling and they think of it as sweet. Well, Blue Nun is the Riesling that pretty much killed it for the industry on that they made it sweet and stuff. Riesling is not sweet, so you will taste this one and find out it is not a really sweet wine.
Okay.
And stuff, which is really good. And then from there, we're going to go to an Italian Pinot Grigio. Now, this Pinot Grigio here is a true traditional Italian Pinot Grigio. It's not an American Pinot Grigio. It is a true Italian, and you will see the flavors and the spices that pulls out. And then we got a special. Now, we're taping this, I know, a day earlier than the Thursday that this is allowed. We're breaking all sorts of rules and laws. That's okay. Well, we're used to it now, right?
By now we have been.
Yeah. Right. So we have the Beaujolais Nouveau here, the 2025. It is not supposed to be sold out until tomorrow. But, when little buddy, somebody,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We got him.
Little green pieces of paper seem to fall out of a pocket.
We were able to get that thing through. And then, last but not least, then we're going to go to the Pinot Noir. And a lot of people like the California Pinot Noirs on there. So that's our lineup, and we'll get more into detail about them as we get going through.
All righty. So let's do this. Why don't we open up our first bottle?
Well, I've already opened them up. Okay. They've already been breathing a little bit, which is a good thing. And as people are asking about, I had somebody ask me about my little stoppers.
Yeah.
So, as you see, these little stoppers, as you can see right there.
Oh, it's got a little filter in it.
It's got a filter because sometimes, you'll have the sediments and things that are in the bottom of the bottle of the wine. That stops it. And then it also, see that little hole right there in the top?
Yeah.
It comes out to the bottom back there. I'm not sure if the camera catches that really good, but that is for the aeration, so that when you're pouring, it's getting the air in there to bring out all the flavors. What I like to say, pull the wine alive.
Pull the wine alive.
So as I go ahead and give this a pour here, you'll see how it's chugging like that. And the reason for the high pour like that is to get more air into it. The more air you can get into your wine, the more alive, as I like to say, more alive the wine will become. Okay. It opens it up and brings out all the nuances and the smell, and it actually aerates it and gets it going. Okay. So,
well, got a lovely white here. Nice legs, not too viscous. Take a snort, a sniff here. Oh. You kind of gave like a cartoon smiley face.
Yeah. Green apples.
Yes.
Green, crisp apples on this. That's exactly what you should get from a Riesling. This is Dr. Lucen, and this is the 2023. And this one here only comes in, I want to say, at about 12% alcohol. Let me see if I get on there. Oh, it is 8.5%. Okay. So be a little lighter, a little bit more, more full flavoring in there. So it's not going to be as heavy in alcohol.
Sure. I get a very, very fresh pear because, sometimes when you have a pear, it's mushy. Yep. This is not a mushy pear. This is like if we got a pear right off the tree and we cut it and it's still firm and it's got that refreshing tartness to it. That's what I get when I take a sniff.
I get that great green apple.
All right, here we go. Oh.
But you notice, and you are a Riesling guy. You're more of the Moscato, the sweeter,
I like sweets.
Things like that. This is not that really, really sweet.
No.
It's a little bit more tart than a sweet.
Right.
And that's the good flavor of a real Riesling. It's not that sweet, not that, like I keep referring to, the Blue Nun. There's going to be a lot of people who are not going to understand that reference to Blue Nun. I don't think they sell that anymore. I haven't seen it around in years.
Isn't Blue Nun kind of like those, like your pop wines, like your Thunderbirds and stuff like that, and Strawberry Hills? And yes. So the stuff we had in high school.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not that we endorse that. No. Go ahead.
But exactly. And that's exactly it. And so this one here, like I said, it's got that really nice, I want to see that fruit sweetness.
Yeah.
So
My takeaway from it was sparkly. I mean, you know, I'm a Moscato guy. I love Moscato. And I mean, I got a very Moscato flavor of it. Not as sweet as Moscato, but very, not overly tart. I think tart can turn people off. Tart can be a big word, at least for me. But I mean, it was kind of like candy. It was like one of those candies you put in your mouth that are sour and then they become sweet. Right. And it was kind of in transit there. Right. But no, it was refreshing. I enjoyed it.
They're called Jollies, aren't they?
Yeah, Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Rancher.
Mm-hmm. So. Alrighty. Well, what would you like to have for your pairing there?
With this one here, I'm actually going to do, I think it was, what was it? I want to say about 3 episodes ago that you started right off the bat with the dessert.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do this with the apple pie.
Okay.
So this is the apple pie from
Russ's. You're going to have the apple pie, and I will start off with the bird. I'm going to have a little bird here.
That brings me to a question. Is it Russ's or is it Russ?
Russ's.
It is?
I believe it's Russ's. Yes, it's Russ's. There you go. That's some good bird. Let me get a little bit more bird here before I soak it down with alcohol.
Love the cinnamon on an apple pie. Something about it.
That's good wine just off the get-go. I got a bunch of things happening here. Okay, first of all, the turkey itself is excellent. Very juicy. And with the gravy that's on it, you got a good flavor. When that hits it, I swear, I got like a cinnamon aftertaste. You know, like because I mean, the meat was juicy, the gravy was juicy, but when it hit the back of my throat, it was just like, and it was like refreshing. It wasn't overpowering. It was very cinnamony. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's exactly. I got that cinnamon that you're talking about, but I already had cinnamon on my apple pie.
Yeah.
And it even amplified it more, and then gave it the apple pie with that cinnamon. It's got that that kind of sugary flavor, that sweetness, flavor on there. This amplified that a little bit more, and then the crust. It's a really nice flaky crust.
Yeah.
My girlfriend makes an awesome crust that I always have her make homemade and stuff. This is going to kind of give her a little bit of a challenge on there, but that is really good. That nice flaky buttery, and then this right here with that cinnamon. The cinnamon was very, very predominant.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that.
It was very enjoyable indeed.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, folks, we are going to take our break here on 92.1 WGHN and in the Rediscover Podcast Studios, as this is The Wine Guy presented by DSC Products, and we'll be back with more show in just a moment.
You are listening to The Wine Guy on 92.1 WGHN, brought to you by DSC Products. Visit dscprod.com for all their cleaning solutions.
At DSC Products, we're clean freaks and proud of it. We don't believe in the 5-second rule. We give each other scrub brushes as gifts. And we've been creating cleaning products our competitors wish they had since 1983. From the highest quality carpet and upholstery chemicals to expert training and support, we'll save you time, money, and those ew faces from customers. We're more than a supplier. We're your partner in crime against dirt. DSC Products, clean freaks, and proud of it. Find us at dscprod.com. DSC Products. We don't just manufacture solutions, we are the solution.
What do you hope our family always remembers about you?
That I love you dearly, that I am your best cheerleader in life.
In West Michigan, every family has a story to pass down. At Rediscover Podcast Studios, we help you capture those priceless conversations before it's too late.
The first woman I ever kissed was Grandma.
I had a crush on his brother before he came along.
Your mom is the apple of my eye because I find her so precious.
I love you to death. I love you, my girl.
We'll guide the questions, record in our professional studio, and give you the finished video to share with your family so you can keep forever. Don't wait. Preserve your family's memories today. Call us at 616-414-0667 or schedule online at rediscoverstudio.com.
You are listening to The Wine Guy on 92.1 WGHN, brought to you by DSC Products. Visit dscprod.com for all their cleaning solutions.
And welcome back to The Wine Guy here on 92.1 WGHN and wherever you get your favorite podcasts, as well as we are producing the show now on location in the Rediscover Podcast Studios here in downtown Grand Haven. They're just a block away from our studios at 1 South Harbor. And if you want more information about what they do at Rediscover Podcasting in their studios, go to rediscoverpodcast.com. That is rediscoverpodcast.com. Also, we want to thank our longtime sponsor, our title sponsor, DSC Products. They're a Muskegon-based company. DSC Products makes the finest cleaning products for your hardwoods, for your upholsteries. We've often said, at first we would always say, hey, if you're a owner of a business or a factory or something like that, these are very, very strong cleaners. But as Mr. Kretszhmar informed me a little while ago, you can actually use these cleaners in your home. You can just be anybody who owns a house and say, hey, I've got like a rug that the dog has gotten to or the cat has gotten to. Go to DSC Products in Muskegon. They've been there for over 40 years. They'll take care of you. They're close personal friends of Jeff Kretszhmar. And you can go online to dscprod.com for more information. All righty, sir. We are doing wines and Thanksgiving pairings. What is next on The Wine Guy?
All right. So now we are going to go to the next most popular white wine for the Thanksgiving dinner, and that would be the Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio.
Now, this is a Pinot Grigio Fruité, and it is Giuliani Rosati.
Oh.
And this is available at the D&W store. Probably one of my most popular sells.
Okay.
So a lot of people liked it. This is a very inexpensive Italian Pinot Grigio, which is great, but one of the best full body.
Well, okay, this one's got a little bit more of a fade or a shade to it than the first one. And nice legs.
Yeah, a little thicker legs on there. This is going to be right up in that area of the 12. Yep, this is 12.5.
I get a very strong, I know plumage is not the word. It smells like apricot, but it's very strong apricot to me.
I get a guava.
Guava.
A guava. I get a guava in there. It's like a bit of a hint of a pineapple on there, but more of a guava.
Definitely in the fruit family. It's definitely fruity. Not earthy.
No. All right. So let's give this a little tasty taste and see what we get.
Oh. Totally different than the first one. Totally different than the first one. So, your thoughts first.
A little more spicier. It's got a little bit more depth to it. And to me, it's got more of that, I want to say that older age pear. That more older age, right? Like before it gets to your mushy, was it?
Yeah, mushy pear.
Mushy.
Like when they're ripe. You know,
Right.
it's
Oh, I know. I know what you're saying, but I was trying to get that word mushy.
Mushy.
Okay.
Okay.
So we get that in there. Just before that, it's just that really, it's got a little bit, the hint of the tart in there, and then hits you. But then at the back end, it's got, if you can taste it, you taste the white pepper. It's a white pepper in the back end.
Okay.
Not the black pepper, the white pepper.
All right. Well, as we like to say on this show, one of the reasons that we do it is because everybody's palate is different. I did not have that experience at all. Okay. I had something totally different. It was very good, though. First of all, to me, the first one we had, the Riesling, it was there was a crackle, there was a pop to it. To me, this was smooth going down, and I almost had a grapefruit flavor. It was very not overpowering citrusy. However, at the end, when you said a white pepper at the end, I did have a little kick at the end.
Yep.
But one of the things that we've talked about here on the show for many, many months since we've been doing this thing is everybody's palate is different. That's why two of us do it, because he might have something and go, this is great. And I might have something and go, I don't have that experience. But we always, we give you our perspectives on this so that you understand that everybody tastes things differently. And when you pair them with the food, it's different. I will say, though, when we did agree on that one thing that it was bad, we both agreed it was bad. And
Yes.
from the get-go, it was bad. But that being said, this is enjoyable. I enjoy this wine. I just had a different experience than you did with it.
Right. So, and with this one here, I am going to go with the stuffing.
You're going to have the stuffing.
Yeah, I love my stuffing.
I'm going to have a little bit of a potato with this. I'm going to have a little tater with this here. Oh, these taters look good. You got the gravy on them and everything. Again, this food is from Russ's here in Grand Haven. Let's take a nibble off this. It's in a mood for the season.
Oh, there we go. Now, can you taste that pepper?
Oh, yeah,
left
I got
in there?
pepper. Oh, I got pepper.
It amplified it. It brought it out, pulled in. That was really good with this gravy. Now, my grandmother used to make the gravy, or the stuffing with orange juice.
Yeah.
You put a cup of orange juice added into it, and it gave it a little spike, a little, a little, sweet, sense to it. This doesn't have that, but had that, it had that. You would get more of a citrus flavor out of there. I didn't get that citrus out of there, but what I did get with that pepper and out of there was really good. The stuffing is actually very good, and like I said, I enjoyed that pairing. That was pretty good. That was good.
I had the potato, and there was the pepper there. Okay, but this was almost like science because the potato is creamy and it's flavorful, and you put it in, and then when the wine hits it, it's almost like the potato kind of just does like a burst into a bloom and then just evaporates in your mouth. I mean, it just cleaned it out, but it really brought out the flavor of the potato. It's almost like the flavor of the wine kind of disappeared, and it just made the potato a more potato-y potato, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There you go. So no, it was good. It was good. I would enjoy this with my Thanksgiving meal. Indeed.
Yes.
And tell everybody again what this one is and where they can get it.
Yes, this is the Pinot Grigio, the Giuliano Rosata. Now, and this right here is at the DNW Food Mart. So you can pick it up there. And we have that, like I said, it's one of our staples. Everybody's picking that up. I have plenty of that in stock, especially for this holiday.
Again, Jeff is the sommelier out there at the Grand Haven DNW. And if you ever just want to go out and see him and interact with him, he's there every day of the week except Wednesdays and Sundays. You have any questions? If you've seen the show or you've just said, hey, you look like the guy on the show, or you're with the strange man who does the show, we like to hear that kind of thing because it lets us know that people are watching. We did see our numbers online. People are watching this thing, so that is kind of cool. By the way, I'm just curious, are you unloading the trucks of the wine, or they unload that and you put it away? How does that work?
They unload that.
So you're not unloading the trucks?
No, I'm not unloading the truck.
No.
They basically unload it, come in, and then they have merchandisers who actually put it up. So I kind of facilitate, where it goes, and they have the guys who come in who may not know where it goes.
Yeah.
Like, they may not know that this is a Pinot Grigio as opposed to a Sauvignon Blanc, and where that area is.
Yeah.
So,
but going back to my days in retail, are there ways that you can present the wine on the shelf that gather more people's attention?
Yes, there is. And it's basically what they go for is eye level. Everything is eye level. A lot of the wines and stuff have gone to like a label catching, which nowadays with the generation changing, they're kind of going to more cartoonish, more popular type, like the Beaujolais right there.
Yeah.
It's going towards that, where the traditional, like the Dr. Lucen and the Pinot Grigio here, more traditional ones are kind of starting to fade out a little bit. They're starting to revamp up their labeling. Even Coppola has revamped up their labeling. They went to one. Now, this is kind of a little bit, I should probably do a show on that. But they went ahead and revamped their label, and they went to Vint. They called it Vint. So they took, not only did they take away the whole Robert Mondavi, thing out of there and went to a Vint, they also just kind of like, changed it all completely. People couldn't find it. They were looking for it, but they couldn't find it because there was a total change. Well, if you think about it, it's like the new Coke.
Yeah.
Change the flavor, change the change the ingredients, and sales were down.
Yeah.
So now they went ahead and reversed it. They're going back to the old.
Okay. Well, let's go to the new. Are we going to do the Beaujolais now?
Yes, we are.
All right.
So I was fortunate to get the Giorgio Beaujolais here. Beaujolais Nouveau. Now, for those who do not know about Beaujolais, Beaujolais is a Gamay. Now, Gamay
Oui, oui.
is a lighter version and a thinner skin of the Pinot Noir. Even though the Pinot Noir is a thin skin grape, this is a little thinner. Same varietal family, but like I said, this is only allowed to be sold the Thursday before Thanksgiving.
I see. So we are drinking contraband right now.
Yes.
We would be like back in the time of Prohibition. This
Prohibition.
would be this is
Yeah.
like we're drinking Prohibition booze right here. See, and a speakeasy.
We got a
See?
speakeasy show going on.
Well, the color first of all, beautiful red hue, and it's got when you move it and you see it in the light, it's got some stuff happening there. Not super viscous.
No.
Nice legs.
Yeah.
And
I do believe this one is only 12.5. Yeah, 12.5% alcohol.
okay.
This is your lighter, which is, like I said, these are the type of wines that go with food.
Yeah.
The little lighter style, which, as I said, if you're not, if you don't want to try these, if you don't like these types of wine, like I said, a lot of your Michigan wines are really good to go with the foods.
Well, I get on the flavor profile there, or I should say the aroma profile. I get floral, strong, and then again with our theme of cinnamon, I get a little cinnamon in there just on the snoot.
I get a little cinnamon in there, but I get a lot of berries. I get like big red berries in there.
And to clarify my floral, not like going to a flower shop. This is, we've talked about like if you're in the woods and you get a bunch of flowers together that are growing wild, that's the kind of floral I'm talking about. Not overpoweringly sweet, but definitely
Bigger, stronger type of flower.
That's good stuff.
Not a lighter, tender in the house flower.
Okay. Well, you can only do so much until you have to get into the glass. So here we go. As we often say on the show, I was not expecting that. That was one of those where I drank it and I was expecting, okay, there's the flour, there's the cinnamon. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of sweet and it's going to do some things. And it was good. It was refreshing, but it was not overpoweringly sweet.
No, not, which it shouldn't be.
No burn.
And it shouldn't be sweet. Things like that. We're not, like I said, we're in the Pinot Noir. We're a little lighter skinned, this is supposed to be just a glaze on meal. Think of this as the cranberry sauce on top of your meal here. So it's not going to be the big gravy, if it's thicker. That we should probably see in the next one. But this here should just be the glaze. It's not going to be sweet because you want all the spices and the ingredients of the dinner to pull those flavors out.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to pair with yours?
I am going to go straight for the turkey on this one.
You're going to go for the bird. I'm going to have a little stuffing as we pair it off here with the Beaujolais. A little stuffing here.
You were right. It's very tender.
Very good. That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. Okay, my friend, how was your experience?
I'm still enjoying it. Exactly what I expected. That nice. It gives it that raspberry jam, little slight coating on the top.
Yeah.
It just kind of like it. Even though it wasn't sweet, it gave it the fruit sweet to it and brought it down. Like if you got a natural jam that doesn't have sugar in it.
Yeah.
It has the natural flavor, just brings it down. It paired well. The The turkey, like I said, was cooked great.
Yeah.
Real moist.
Yeah.
I really like that. To me, that was what I was expecting. I 100% expecting it. And then I got a little bit of the black pepper on this one. Not so much the white pepper, but I got more of a black pepper on this one.
Okay. I agree with the black pepper at the end. My experience with this wine and having the stuffing was it was so creamy. It brought out the stuffing. It brought out almost like a buttery flavor. And it was the best way I can describe it. It's almost like a comfort food, kind of like a coating your stomach, like we've been talking about coating here. It's funny with a lot of these wines. I don't want to say the wines disappear, but the wines definitely are more of an accompaniment. The wines don't get overpowered, and the wines don't get super straight. The wines are giving into the food. The food is not giving into the wine. But it was very, very creamy. It was very luscious. And then at the very end, on that final way down the gullet, as they say, there's a little bit of pepper on there.
It was. And as you were explaining and talking, I went ahead and did the same combination that you did, and I see exactly what you're talking about as far as the creaminess, which I think comes from the yeast of the bread of the stuffing. That was, you're
Very
right.
good.
That
Very
was
good.
really good.
Just a question I was thinking about here because, you and I are sitting here, and this is pretty much the way we've always done the show before, except you'd be a little bit of an angle, and I'd be flipping the buttons and doing all these different things. So now we're here. But now I watch your face when you're drinking all this stuff. And so, like, when I drink it, I try to kind of process it a little bit.
Correct.
Have you ever, in all your experience, because for the people who haven't seen our earlier shows, you have a sommelier, you've experience around the world. You've drank wine around the world. You've worked with wine around the world. You've handled wine from around the globe.
Correct.
But have you ever had one and you take it in and it affects you in such a way that you just don't know what to say?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what one that was?
Well, that wine there happened to be, I was in Bordeaux, France, and it was at Solanne, Solanne. And they had a wine that it came off as a floral, kind of like the Beaujolais. But when you had it, it tasted so much more like a Zinfandel. Like it had a lot more pepper flavor, a lot more dark flavor. But the nose was just like totally different. So when the nose doesn't match up with the taste, you're kind of like confused. Did I smell something wrong? Did I taste something? Did I not taste something right? So that kind of brings the confusion in. And so then I start doubting myself. Yeah. But then I have to remember that your smell and your taste, can be different. And that's the reason we do this.
Okay.
But, I've had that experience.
Where you just don't really know what to say. And like somebody's looking at you like, well, what's your opinion, Jeff? And you're like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But one thing I do know is that we need to take a break here on The Wine Guy on 92.1 WGHN and coming to you from the Rediscover Podcast Studios. Again, we want to give a shout out to our good friend producer Paul for making us look and sound good. And we are going to take a quick break and we'll be back with one more wine here in just a moment.
So cheers to Paul.
Cheers to Paul.
You are listening to The Wine Guy on 92.1 WGHN, brought to you by DSC Products. Visit dscprod.com for all their cleaning solutions.
Uh-oh, red wine on the white carpet. And that's not just a stain, that's a family heirloom stain in the making. Enter Press It from DSC Products, the fast-acting water-based dye remover that laughs in the face of grape juice, Kool-Aid, wine, soda, food coloring, you name it. No fumes, no flammable solvents, safe anywhere. Carpets, countertops, whiteboards, gone in seconds. So go ahead, live dangerously with your beverages. Press It has your back. Visit dscprod.com. DSC Products. We don't just manufacture solutions, we are the solution.
You are listening to The Wine Guy on 92.1 WGHN, brought to you by DSC Products. Visit dscprod.com for all their cleaning solutions.
Welcome back to the home stretch of The Wine Guy here on 92.1 WGHN and wherever you get your favorite podcasts, as we're being produced today in the Rediscover Podcast Studios. Again, you can go to rediscoverpodcast.com to learn more about this trend of podcasts. We got into it last week, Jeff and I were talking about how I remember when I started in radio almost 27 years ago now, 26 for sure. We just started year 27. And I remember specifically being told, don't talk for a long time. Keep it short, play the hits, get in and out. Nobody wants to hear you talk. And now we are in a time where podcasting has become this thing where people want to listen to in-depth conversations. Right. They want to go into it. And one of the things they do here at Rediscover Podcast Studios, which is so cool, which and I'm sure producer Paul can help you out with, is they do these legacy podcasts where they have family members come in and they talk about, well, grandma met grandpa here. And you get this kind of living piece of your family history that you can pass on to generations. And that's the kind of thing they do here at Rediscover Podcast Studios. Again, for more information, just go to rediscoverpodcast.com. They're on the top floor of the Harborfront Place. We're right down here at the very end of the hall overlooking Washington. It's a cool studio. I know you only get to see the part of him and I talking, but there's all sorts of Star Wars memorabilia and cool stuff in here. And it's very, very cozy, very, very fun. And we have one look for our show and we're working on developing our aesthetic, as my daughter Ella would say. But every one of these looks different. They have different studios in here and they can do great things. So we want to give a big shout out to Rediscover Podcast Studios for making this happen. And of course, our title sponsor, DSC Products, who've been with us for many, many episodes here. DSC Products is located in Muskegon. Go to dscprod.com. And remember, when it comes to recording, I should say, let's take that again. You can tell I've been drinking. You can leave that in. It's funny. When it comes to cleaning your upholstery, when it comes to cleaning your flooring, anything of that nature, you need the best products available, and you get them at DSC Products, and they're on the webs at dscprod.com on the web. This is some powerful stuff. See?
I wonder if DSC has anything that can clean the podcast.
I don't know. Clean up the podcast a little bit. Well, that's why we have producer Paul.
There we go.
Okay. We got one more wine left here, Mr. Kretszhmar. What are we going to have today?
Okay. Now, I brought out a California Pinot Noir. Now, a lot of people get this. And the reason I brought this out, and hopefully you will understand and you'll see when you taste it out, the reason why we talk about these lower alcohol type wines so that they complement your food. Mm-hmm. They don't overpower. I have a saying, and I use it all the time, and I tell people about it. A lot of your California wines that are 13.5, 14, all the way up to 6. Now, once you hit 16% alcohol, that's actually a spirit. It turns into spirit from there. So it's classified as a spirit.
Yes.
So once you go ahead and you get into that high alcohol, it becomes what I call ketchup steak sauce.
Okay.
Over it. It covers your wine. Or, excuse me, it covers your meal. Mm-hmm. I, of course, have been drinking too. Mm-hmm. So it covers your meal here. So basically what we want to do is we want to have wines that complement your meal.
Yeah.
Not overpower your meal.
Yes.
I say it's basically the glaze on your meal, not the ketchup.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha.
That's what we're going. So we're going to J-Lore, which is a Monterey County Pinot Noir. Now, Monterey, this is a little lighter, so I did go lighter. I did not go to the big Willamette Valley Pinots because those are going to be the big Visc wines.
Okay.
This is a little lighter, thinner. It is in the same family as the Gamay, as the Beaujolais that we saw.
Okay.
As you can see, it's still a little lighter right there.
Well, I get like a touch of almost like a, I don't want to say brown, but it's almost, it kind of looks like Coca-Cola or a soda a little bit. It's got a different kind of
like a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Yeah. So
nice legs. Little
says
viscous.
ZZ Top.
Yeah.
She knows how to use them.
Yeah.
Yes, let's take a sniff here.
Oh, hello, friend. Yes.
Yeah,
hello,
you
friend.
Remember this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is extremely strong. That's very, very strong. I'm getting a sweet, I get a little caramel in there, like a candy of some kind.
Definitely.
Not floral. I don't get floral.
No. You're going to get that big pepper right in there, green bell pepper, smell right in there.
When we say pepper, for the folks at home, what do you mean pepper? I mean, we're not saying, it's not tart like a pepper, but that's the...
But if you took a pepper and smelled it.
Yeah.
See, that's where a lot of disconnect comes in from, like when I'm describing, for a lot of people, like when I say, something has a barnyard, smell to it, or something has a barnyard taste to it. Remember, we spoke about this before. It's all about your upbringing.
Yeah.
And how you go. So if you were to take a green bell pepper and clear it out, and then you were to smell it, this is what you would get. You would get some of that. Right. I'm a big fan. I smell everything. I mean, if you talk to my girlfriend, I'm sniffing. I'm as bad as our dog. I go around sniffing everything, but I don't do everything the dog does.
That's true.
So I go ahead and I sniff everything to smell, because that's 85% of your tasting is through your nose. So I smell everything, and that's how it builds my library up. And so that's what I get. So to me, it reminds me, as my dialects, goes ahead and reverberates what that smell like. To me, it's that green bell pepper.
Yeah. Well, let's see what kind of flavor matches that green bell pepper. Oh, well, there's the pepper. I like that. I'm going to take one more hit here.
Yeah. It's got that jammy flavor in there. Dark berries. There's definitely dark berries in there. It's got that pepper finish, which is your normal, typical Pinot Noir. It's got that nice pepper flavor in there, which is why if you have your dinner like that, you see somebody who's like cranking on that black pepper.
Yeah.
They have a wine like this. You just actually amplify that sucker.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So if you have people who don't like a lot of pepper, and you have now they're going to get just a hint of the pepper flavor in there. So you're not going to overpower the spices and stuff that you actually put in.
I agree. I had pepper at the end, and something that I've noticed here with all these, because sometimes when we do shows, we talk about burn or we talk about ethanol, that's the thing at the end that makes you go like that. None of these are like that, but this one at the very end, like it went down the hatch, and I mean, it got right about here on me, and then there it was. But it was a peppery burn. It wasn't like anything bad. Yeah. I tell you, when I drank that, it made me think of my grandmother's raspberry pie. I got a big raspberry flavor off that. There you go. And that's why I have decided that I am going to pair it with this apple pie here, because I want to see how the sweets go together.
There you go.
That's
and
what I'm going
I am going to go with the mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. All right, here we go. Let's get the wine in position here.
Wine in position.
Do you believe we get paid for this, ladies and gentlemen? It's a great job. Okay, here we go.
Have a little pie here.
What's the pie?
Oh yeah. Definitely with the gravy.
Whoa!
With the gravy.
Wow.
And the black peppers that they have in there. Pulled it out. Again, keeping the creaminess. And you're right. I got a little bit of that raspberry in there. Like if I had my spoon, if I dipped it in a raspberry jam jar, and it came out, it was just coated, and then I went ahead and ate it like that, then had the wine. That's exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Like I had just a hint of it. Wasn't overpowering, just like a little bit of a hint, but that pepper and the gravy on this thing really popped out. That was good. That was a good combination.
Well, pop is the word I would use to describe how the wine interacted with the pie here. So first of all, when you're eating the crust, and it's great crust, by the way, over there at Russ's. All of our food today was from Russ's here in Grand Haven on US 31. When the crust hits the wine, there's that buttery thing first happening, and you get kind of like we've talked about in the past when you have popcorn. If you have a bunch of buttered popcorn in your mouth, you drink a soda, and you get that thing happening in your mouth. Okay, it's happening like that, except it's sweet. But then when I took a bite of the apples, and the apples obviously have a cinnamon glaze on them, I mean, good Lord, holy cow! It was just like you're eating the biggest, sweetest apple in the world, and it was almost overpowering in a good way, but a great pairing, the apple pie and this particular wine right here.
I heard that. Well, I'm telling you what, I think you just made a new Thanksgiving song.
What?
It's, when the wine hit the crust, it's some more.
Something like that. Something like that. Again, tell people what this wine is.
All right, this one here, the J. Lohr Pinot Noir from Monterey Valley. And so that is the Great California Pinot. And then before that, we had the Beaujolais, which is the Gamay, which is basically the younger sister of the Pinots, we'll call it. Then we came down to a Pinot Grigio from Italy. And then we have the Dr. Lucen from Germany Riesling, which, like I said, it's not that Blue Nun Riesling, so it's not that sweet. It's a nice dry for those that want a nicer, drier type of Riesling without that sweet, one that they're watching their diabetics on.
Exactly. All righty. Well, let's do a little housekeeping here at the tail end of the show. First of all, we want to thank our good friend, producer Paul, for making us sound good and making us look good and putting all this together. We also want to thank DSC Products, our title sponsor of the show. DSC Products, you can go online at dscprod.com. They're a local family-owned company up there in Muskegon. Been around for well over 40 years. And if you are a business owner or a homeowner and you need industrial strength cleaning products, you need to talk to the folks at DSC Products. Go to dscprod.com.
Especially with the holidays coming in. You have all the kids running through the house.
Exactly.
And you need some of that carpet cleaning.
That's right. Also, Rediscover Podcast Studio, where we do the show. You can go to rediscoverpodcast.com and get more information about the show, about how they actually put podcasts together, I should say. We've been drinking on this program today. Now, again, the 4 wines that Mr. Kretszhmar talked about, including the one that you can now buy. By the time you see this, you can buy the Beaujolais. They're all available at the Grand Haven D&W?
They are.
Okay.
Yes. So we have the Dr. Lucen Riesling right there. We have the Giuliano Rosati, which is the Pinot Grigio. Then we have the Georgie Beaujolais. And then we have the J-Lore Pinot Noir from Monterey, California.
Okay. And something that somebody did ask me last week, and I will run it by price points on all these.
The price points on these, you're going to look at the Dr. Lucen at about $10.99. You're going to look at the Pinot Grigio at somewhere around $12.99. And then the Beaujolais is going to be running, because it's a holiday and they only sell it then. The price comes up a little bit. So it's going to be looking at about $15, $17 for that one. And then the J-Lore is you're looking at probably about anywhere between $17 to $18.
Okay, so these are not going to break the bank.
No,
right?
these are all under $20, which is basically the sweet point.
Okay, and these are more classy than your Thunderbirds and your Blue Nuns and your Strawberry Hills. There you go, for your Thanksgiving feast. Now, of course, Grand Haven, by the time this airs, Thanksgiving will be the week after, so Grand Haven D&W will be closed on Thanksgiving, of course, but you guys
it actually will be open up until 3 p.m.
Oh, you're going to be open. So are you going to be toddling in there? Will you be
I
there?
will be there.
Really?
Yes, up until 3 p.m.
How's the girlfriend feel about that?
Not too happy. She's got to cook and get everything ready.
Yeah.
So, but I will bring the wine.
Oh, there you go. You'll bring the wine. But let's say there's people coming in and they're saying, hey, I've heard this show. I'm going to Thanksgiving real quick. Jeff, tell me what kind of wine I need. That's your job. That's what you can do.
That's what I do.
That's what you're there for.
I got to save the birds.
Got to save the birds.
That's right.
Save the birds and save the holiday. Yes. And then one more little bit of housekeeping here. Remember, folks, we put the show up online as soon as we can, as soon as we get the video and the audio back from the folks here at Rediscover Podcast Studios. We put it online, and then all you have to do is go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/921WGHN, and just like the post. Just click like on it, and if you do, you are in the running to get a $20 gift card from the from any Spartan Nash store, but you can pick it up at the Grand Haven D&W courtesy desk. And our shows are now being lodged. The folks here at WGHN have their own YouTube channel, and it's at WGHN Radio, all one word, @ WGHN Radio. All the video gets put up there, and then you can go watch it there, and we will keep you informed on when those shows go live.
Correct. And if you're looking to like it to get for the contest, just a quick note, don't like it on my websites.
Yes.
Make sure you go to the WGHN
the radio station's
website to go ahead and like it to be entered in the contest.
Yes.
I've had quite a few that liked it when I post it, and I just had to do an auto thing. I'm actually going to do an AI agent that automatically, when
Sends
they
them.
sends them, lets them know.
Yeah,
you
sends
know?
them over there.
Right.
This AI is taking over the world. Let
I'm
me tell
telling
you.
you.
Let me tell you. But that's a whole other show for a whole
They
other
can't
day.
take our job, though.
No, they can't. No. I'd like to see AI do this.
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, this has been another episode of The Wine Guy here on 92.1 WGHN and wherever you get your favorite podcasts. We'll be back next week. By the way, we'd like to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving because this show will be in the can by the time Thanksgiving rolls around. And we'll talk to you next week here on WGHN and from the Rediscover Podcast Studios. And don't forget, as The Wine Guy always says, every pour tells a story.
The Wine Guy is brought to you on 92.1 WGHN by DSC Products, a manufacturer of cleaning products since 1983. DSC Products, locally owned and family operated. Visit dscprod.com for all their cleaning solutions. DSC Products, clean freaks, and proud of it.